My mom is great also. She's a wonderful source of material, which is all that matters. She's got arthritis on her middle fingers. Yeah, which they say comes from overuse, so I guess that's my fault. I guess that's what happens when you raise a comedian. You get extra reps on the middle finger. The good news is she just discovered that cannabis oil makes it feel better. A little bit of cream, you rub some on, pain goes away for a couple days, which is amazing, because now I don't have to feel bad whenever I piss her off. She's like, hey, fuck you, oh, it feels amazing. I still got it. I'm back in my prime, you know? Literally, everywhere we go, she just flips people off for fun. It's like her favorite hobby for some reason. I guess she's like, you never know what you have till it's gone. You know? It's interesting to me, though, because she grew up in an era where marijuana had this stigma. You know, oh, cannabis is the devil. So she doesn't want her kids to know about it. But I'm not an idiot. Her name is Lisa, but in all of her high school yearbooks, her nickname was Mary Jane. I'm just like, that's not short for Lisa. So she doesn't want me to know, which is fine. The only problem is she lives in a state where marijuana is illegal still, and I live in Washington where it's mandatory. So she needs me, yeah. Guess who's the favorite son now? She was visiting me a couple months ago, and now I've realized that's the only reason she comes to visit anymore. I pick her up at the airport, I'm like, good to see you. She's like, move, let's go to the store. I'm like, oh, I love you too. But she was at my house, and I didn't know about her new hobbies at the time. I was getting ready to take her to the airport. She goes, hey, I forgot to mail this package to my friend. Will you send it for me? Some of you guys are catching on a lot quicker than I did. I'm an idiot. I was like, absolutely, I'm a great son. I would do anything for you. I take her to the airport. As she's getting out of my car, she starts looking around, all creepy. She's like, if anyone asks what's in the package, you don't know. I was like, what? I didn't know. Now I'm pretty sure it's a bomb. Like, what are you doing? Trying to blow up a FedEx plane? Put Tom Hanks on an island again? She's like, it's not a bomb. I went to the green store. That's what she calls it. I was like, oh, you just want to smoke some pot? That's totally fine. She's like, it's not for me. It's for my friend. I was like, oh, your friend, totally cool. All right? I have a friend who experimented in high school and yesterday. So, no judgment. She hands me a $100 bill. She goes, use this to pay for the package, and you can keep the rest of the money. I was like, wow, I gotta raise my ticket prices. I'm willingly committing a felony for like $83 at this point. I was like, I need that money, so we're just gonna find out what happens. I get to the post office. The guy behind the counter has a lot of questions for me. Imagine that being part of his job. He's like, hey man, anything fragile in this package? I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not. Let's go with no. He was like, it's not multiple choice. He's like, how much does it weigh? I was like, 3.5 grams. Anything flammable? I'm like, ooh. Define flammable. Not yet. It is that fire, you know what I'm talking about? At this point, he's tired of playing 21 questions. He's like, dude, there's 30 people in line behind you. Just tell me what's in the package, and then I know how we have to send it. I was like, I don't know what's in the package. Which is a great answer for a post office, right? Try it at the airports, they love it, you know? Hey, someone else handed me this suitcase, told me to drop it off with you. Is that cool? I haven't heard any announcements for 20 years. He's like, what do you mean you don't know what's in the package? I was like, my mom gave it to me, but she doesn't know what's in it either. Her friend gave it to her, and then she just got caught up in something she doesn't understand. I'm making this worse, aren't I? He's like, you're an idiot. He goes, why don't you just call your mom and find out what's in the package? I was like, that's a great idea. So I take the package, I drive home, I change my license plates, right? I was like, they're calling the FBI for sure at this point. I call my mom, I go, hey, I need to know if anything in this package is flammable for the post office. And she's like, well, I don't know if the oil is flammable, but I did put hairspray and deodorant in the package, and that's super flammable. I was like, why the fuck would you do that? She goes, well, in case they x-ray the package. I'm not making any of this up, by the way. I just want you to know. Literally, in her mind, she was like, whoever's working the x-ray machine is gonna be like, what is that, marijuana? Oh, there's deodorant, never mind. It's like, no one would put those two things in the same package. Everyone knows stoners have poor hygiene. If it were dreadlock oil or Jamaican flags, we'd be a little concerned, but nothing to see here. So I take the package, I cut it open, I take out all the bomb-making materials, and I seal it back up. And I call my mom, I'm like, all right, I'm heading back to the post office. Any last-minute instructions? She's like, well, don't go back to the same post office. What, are you an idiot? I'm like, yeah, apparently, all right? Look, this is my first felony. You gotta give me more specific directions. She goes, take it to your brother's house and make him send it. You're too honest. Sorry, just how I was raised, I guess. I had really shitty parents growing up, so. I didn't know what to do. I just drove to my brother's house. I was like, Mom wants you to mail this out. I wouldn't ask a lot of questions. And then I just left. I was like, I'm downgraded to an accessory. Yeah. A couple months later, I was on tour to the state my mom lives in. I'm not gonna mention which state now. Bunch of narcs in here, but I was visiting my mom. I go, hey, did your friend ever get that package? You know? She goes, yeah, she did. Thank you so much. And then I started laughing because I was picturing this moment where I tell everybody, and she caught on really quickly. She was like, this is not for the stage. I was like, no, this joke isn't for me. This joke is for my friend. He really needs it, you know? It's like... It's funny now, because looking back on my life, I should have realized that was just the first warning sign that my mom was gonna be an international drug lord someday.